Oh gosh, this is taking forever. Oh, guys. This is just taking way too long. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to AriesEDC. So the EDC RV2 and the Pro Cut builds, they are kicking my butt in every sense of the term. These three, we got them ground, we got them hand sanded. These three, we got them all cleaned up and ready for the next step. On the last video, we talked a little bit about what I'm going to be doing for the handles, and it's that time that we do it. We did get the Maker's Mark put on all 6 of these now, and they're all ready for the next step. So the Pops Pro Cut Max, the 80 CRV2 Max, and the Cardinal Clip are ready for the handles. Just as a reminder, the Cardinal Clip point is getting the burlap micarta with brass pins and tubes, so that's going to be fairly straightforward. These three are all going to get acid etched and tumbled, which should be pretty easy. I just have to clean them up really well, throw them in the acid etch, and then throw them in the tumbler. And these three are done since they're going to be a skeletonized blade. Then we are looking good. I like the way that these are coming out, and they're just a really killer little EDC fixed blade. So the 2 naked columns, or 2 mini gargoyles, and the naked column are looking good. This is probably going to be the last time I do a naked column in quite some time. It just hasn't been a very popular seller, and not one I get a lot of feedback on, except for 1 or 2 people that own them. They really like them. So I don't plan on doing any more of these for quite some time. The next water jet blank order I get, which is what these were, I'm going to just be doing Cardinal mini gargoyles. Cardinal. I keep having Cardinal on my brain. But we need to discuss these two. First of all, it's pretty cool that if you've been following along on this build, that it all started off as just a drawing, and then I put it into wood, and now we have the Max is coming to life and is becoming a real thing. And it's all because of the Pops Pro Cut build that this is even an offering that I might do. It is a large blade, and one that I can see some use for in like outdoors, survivalist type of turn, camp knife, hunting knife. I think that's a great offering for this this blade, and I'm hoping that this all turns out really well. But the Max is turning out good, and this is really what a Max is going to look like moving forward. I don't think I'm going to do the harpoon on any of them anytime soon. I really like the look of this one, actually a little bit better. And I like harpoon, but it's pretty cool. So anyway, let's talk handles. On the last video, I kind of revealed what I'm doing. So we're going to do a little bit of that color, a little bit of this color, and a little bit of this. And we're going to be using the Tiffany blue scales. I'm hoping I have enough of it. And we're going to be doing some purple G10. So we're going to do purple G10 and the Tiffany blue. On the Pops Pro Cut, which is going to be mostly Tiffany blue, we're going to be using a ivory scale or liner. So it's going to be kind of a lighter color liner. And then on the 80 CRV2 is going to be mostly purple with a Tiffany blue bolster, and that's just going to get black liners. So basically what I have to do is I have to build the scales. So I need to go cut up all this material and the pins and everything else and glue it all up so I can build the scales. So basically what this is going to look like is I'm going to take about that much of the back of the handle on the Pops Pro Cut, and that's going to be the Tiffany blue. Then there's going to be the thickness of this material, purple. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show this to you guys, but I think you get the idea. It'll be purple, Tiffany blue. You guys are gonna have to have some vision on this. So it's gonna be the Tiffany blue, a little pop of purple, Tiffany blue, and then the bolster in the front will be all purple up here. And then the AriesCRV2 will be the opposite, where we have the purple in the back, a little pop of Tiffany blue, purple, and then I'm hoping you guys are following this. But what I need to do is tape up the blades. So say goodbye to the blades, because these are going to get taped up. And I need to start cutting all this material up and getting it prepped to be glued up so I can make the scales look awesome. And then while I'm doing that, I'm also going to be cutting up the burlap micarta for the cardinal clip. So I'm going to have to tape up that blade as well. So hopefully we can get all those done. And then in the meantime, while I'm doing all of those things, then I'm going to be acid etching the other one. So yeah, no pressure. All right, guys, I hope this, let me do this, zoom in. I hope this makes a little bit more sense. Ooh, you can't see those yet. I hope this makes more sense. So it's going to be the Tiffany blue, a purple, a Tiffany blue, and then purple on the Pro Cut with the ivory liners. So you're just gonna see a little pop of that white at the bottom. And then the Pro Cut will be purple, Tiffany blue, purple, Tiffany blue with black liners. Little separation. They look similar but different all at the same time. I think that's going to look, I think that looks good. I think we're pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with that. And then you're going to have the pins pop in with purple and the Tiffany blue. And this isn't Tiffany blue, the lanyard tube. This is actually jade. But it's similar enough to where it's going to blend in with that. So I hope it looks good. All right, so I've roughly cut all of these little pieces out. So now what I need to do is get these edges all completely squared off so that when I do glue this all together, it's a nice tight fit, especially like down in here. And I need these pieces, I should probably thin up a little bit because some of them are a little thick. They only need to be, like that one needs to be about half that length. I don't know, I think I might have had, I could probably cut this in half almost because that would be easier. But anyway, that's just me talking aloud. You can see the blue line right there. I probably need to cut all that off. So it's a lot of work, guys. Ton of work still to go on these, and I'm just gonna keep on moving. By the way, I teased it a few seconds ago, but what do you guys think of these? This is the mini gargoyles and the naked column, all three acid etched and tumbled. Heck yeah, what do you think those look like? They look pretty stinking good. So these, all I have to do is do a sheath and sharpen, and these three are done. So, pretty happy with the way these are coming out. These are just quick projects. So I was going to do something with the sheets, and I still might try. I'm still trying to rack my brains around how I'm going to do it. So I guess we'll see. Well, check that out, guys. We had a successful, well, we'll see, fairly successful glue up of the handle scales. So I think this gives you a better idea of what we're doing. And I think these are going to be pretty stinking cool. A little matchy-matchy, but also unique to their own. And it's going to end up looking pretty cool. So scales are done. Well, scales are glued up, but I need to I need to square everything off and make this look a little bit better before we start drilling holes and everything else on these. But we're getting there, guys. We are getting there. All right, so we are in a good spot with the cardinal clip. We got everything rounded off. I need to hand sand the fronts all out and make them all nice and smooth. And then this one's ready to be glued up. So pretty excited about that one. Now, let's talk these. So there's the two Macs. I've got the scales a little cleaned up, looking a little bit better. So we're at a very critical point in this build now. I say that because now that I have them pretty flattened out and everything, and I'm gonna try to flatten them out just a little bit more, but we are at the point where we can start doing the handles. When it comes to a multiple piece construction handle, it's very important that the holes that I drill in the material all line up. Meaning, at this point, this is where I need to make sure that when we are gluing all of this stuff up, the pins, which that's the placement that lines everything up together, make sure that everything is all matchy-matchy. So all these lines end up meeting on both sides. So you can see that's a little off, so we need to make sure that's off. And then we got to make sure that one's still good. So this is a lot of playing. And then I kind of clamp everything together, or I tape it all up. And then we figure out, let's see, did I guess right? Yeah, I did. Where all of this is going to land for the pins. You know, the pin is right here. And I don't want it, I want it mostly purple, so I'm going to move this handle back, but I want to make sure that the liners are still there. So there's a lot of, you know, fitting that we need to do, in the holes. Drilling the holes for the pins is where we do it. So I hope all that made sense, but we are at a very critical time with these scales to make sure everything is matchy before I move to the next step. So I'm going to tape all this up and get the blade on here, and we're going to figure out where everything goes and how I'm going to do it. And then we're going to drill the holes, and then it's a hope and a prayer. Well, all right. Well, I am not terribly happy with this, guys. I'm not terribly happy. We won't look at that one. Don't look at that one. ADC RV2 one looks good. Everything looks like it's matching up well. You guys see the kind of idea with the pins that I'm going for. and everything went well. The Pops Pro Cut is just something about it. I don't know, but I got the pin way too close to this, and I'm kind of stuck with it. I didn't notice it till I was halfway through drilling it, that I was really close to the inlays, but I'm kind of stuck with it now. I don't know, there's no fix to it. So that pin is just going to be really close to the inlays. Everything looks like it's going to line up well, but the blade should have been a little bit farther that direction when I went to go drill it, and I just missed it. So all right, guys, so the cardinal clip is all glued up. I moved on from that other thing, and I decided to just glue this up. So this is glued up and it's ready. I got to cut all the pins off and start shaping that handle. The ADC RV2, I got it marked up so I could start grinding and removing all this excess material. I did have a little setback with this one as well, where the scale kind of came apart, so I'm gonna have to glue that temporarily back together so that I could start getting this ready for glue up. But let's talk this. So after last night, I kind of blew up at it, and I just started taking it all apart. So I ripped everything apart because it wasn't worth saving. I'm going to have to basically rebuild the entire scale again. I took off the purple pieces, which I cannot use. I wasn't happy with it. Also, just so you guys know, you could see how far back that went. The back of the blade was going to stick out past here, and I was going to have to remove material, and literally there would have been nothing left on the heel of the blade. So I'm basically starting from scratch on these. I think what I'm going to do, and I don't want to, is I'm going to use this hole as here. So there won't be as much teal on this blade now, which is annoying. So it's going to be kind of like 50-50 teal and purple, but it'll still have the same look. I do have some more G10s, so basically what I'm going to have to do is start from scratch and completely rebuild these scales up to make them look good again. I have to remove all this excess glue and everything else. It's been kind of a mess, guys, and but I got to make it look good. I got to make it right, and we're going to do black liners because the ivory liners weren't going to work. I've also started the sheaths for all of the skeletonized, the naked column and the two mini gargoyles, and those are all turning out really well. I'm really happy with the way that they are, but we're kind of in a mess with this, guys, and the more I look at it, the more I see more problems and things that I'm going to have to do. But basically, I'm starting from scratch. I don't like it, but it is what it is. I wasn't happy with it, and I just started ripping everything apart. And and it's going to end up being better in the end doing it this way. But, you know, things happened, and I just try to make the best of it and move on. And luckily I have enough material here to make this work. The teal I have to keep because the teal is all part of this build. I kind of have to use the teal, and I can't use the ADC RV2 scales for the Pops Pro Cut because all the pins are in different places. It's just not how I do things. Maybe I should have a template to go off of where every single time I drill the holes, they're always in the same spot, but I don't know. I kind of like everyone being a little different. That makes it that handmade, individual, one-of-one type of thing. So anyway, guys, this is where I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to have to figure out all of these and see which direction I end up going. But thank you guys so much for enjoying this journey, and hopefully the next time I see you guys, we'll be picking up on these and making it all better. So thank you guys so much again. Please remember, subscribe, like, leave a comment or not. That choice is always yours.